How are we doing today?
We're recording?
Yeah. I'm not on Instagram or Facebook right now for some reasons. Mainly because I just am kind of overwhelmed right now and I just need a break. Anyway, so I've seen a character, well, he's a person, but he's on the new L Word, Generation Q, and he went on live and he did a T-shot and he did some hand movements and he measured a spot directly in his thigh, and I was curious about it, so I asked him, and then some people hopped on that thread and was like, yeah, my doctor told me to do the same measurement with my hands. And I was like, well, they never told me to do that, so what's up? And so then I contacted my doctor after this person from Generation Q sent me a guide and sent my doctor, well, the nurses, the guide, and they're like, well, we can show you how we do it here, and then you can come here and we can show you. And I was like, okay. So pretty much today I went for an ortho appointment, and because I'm getting old, and I went down to the trans clinic, or up to the trans clinic, because they're on the 5th floor, and I'd already done my shot and everything, and one of the medical assistants was like, you did it in the wrong spot. And I was like, fuck, did I waste it? They're like, no. So they were like, well, there are 2 specific shots. There is IM and sub-Q. And I was like, ¿por qué? And so they brought the nurse in, and the nurse was like, okay, so there's IM, intramuscular, and then there's sub-Q, which is the short needle. And they started explaining the difference, which is they pretty much were like, well, we used to do IM, intramuscular, and then they found out that the IM led to bruising and pain and all kinds of other different kinds of problems, but so they switched to sub-Q, which is the shorter needle and super small needle. Like, it's, I'll show you both needles. Ouch. So the one that I would draw I was about to say heroin, I don't do heroin. The one that I draw the T with is this one. It's a fat fucker. It's a fat bitch. It's fat. It's long and fat, and it's pretty big. It's very big. It's big. Very big. You see it? Okay. So, the one that I switched to is this one. Which, hold on. So this one is a 20 gram. This one right here is a 20 gauge. So this one is a 20 gauge right here. And if you know anything about piercing, that is a regular size stud for your ear. Like, it's a regular size earring stud. This one, however, is itty bitty teeny tiny. If you see it, it's pretty tiny if you can't see that. And this one is a 25 gauge, it's 0.5 millimeters. I did not know that. Okay, that's what 0.5. Don't know anything about converting. So 25 gauge is what I convert to shoot into my leg. And so what I saw in the video was basically the person shooting himself with a very thick needle, and it was an IM needle, which basically means that he's going into the muscle, and it's not a it's not, they said the words and we talked about a lot of things, so it's not gonna be like right there. Basically, sub Q goes into the surface, but it's like deep enough to where it gets into where you need to go. And so pretty much what the dude was like was, he sent me a guide, and it's pretty much like this, where you put your hand right here and you put it at the crease between your hip bone, or like your front hip bone, and you put your hand right here and do your hand right here, and whatever space you have right here is where you shoot. And so that's what I went by, and I did my shot. And so I went in there, and they were like, no, that's wrong. And I was like, oh shoot. And then they sat me down, and they're like, well, if you're going to be doing these YouTube videos, you need to let people know, and they're right, that whatever your specific doctor tells you to do is right. What one doctor tells over another doctor is not specifically right. If this doctor says this and this doctor says this, it doesn't make it true or truer than another doctor. It just means that medicine is ever evolving, and it just means that this doctor learned something and this doctor learned another thing, and it just means that those doctors learned two different things, and that's okay. So what my hospital taught me to do is to go by the hip bone right here, which, so right here, put your hand right here. If you're doing sub Q only, not intramuscular, but sub Q, put your hand right here, and then right here, and we practice this like 3 different times, and then this spot right here is where you want to do your shot, right here. So you want to do it right here where you feel your bone, your hip bone, and not like over here, not right here, sub Q, right here where you feel your hip bone, and then do your shot right here. And I did my shot right here because I followed somebody else, and I followed the guidance of the internet when I shouldn't have. And I didn't waste my tea. It still got in my body, it still got in my system, so thankfully my shot day was not wasted. So I just wanted to let you all know. So your hip bones are right here. These are your hip flexors right here. Right here. These are your front hip flexors. If you have any confusion on what a hip flexor is, Google it. They are what make your legs move from up and down. These are your hip joints right here. Your hip flexors are right here, and they go all the way down right here. And they are stupid sensitive. If you overwork them, you will know. Like, hi there, birdie. If you overwork them, they will let you know. But they're right here. So you want to go from here and go down. And then this spot for sub Q is where you want your shot to be. I know I moved my hand like 3 times, but I was just making my hand comfortable. So right here. And just wanted to let you know, they wanted me to, they didn't specifically tell me to make this video. They just said that if I was going to be like somebody who was going to be somebody who was a guidance counselor for people and somebody a light for people, that I should let people know that not necessarily the difference, but I am intermuscular, and then there's sub Q, and the difference, I am on sub Q and this other person was on intramuscular, and they narrowed that down by asking if it was a smaller needle or a bigger needle, and instantly I was like, it was a bigger needle. And so they were able to narrow that down. And again, the difference is they did start out with intramuscular, and then they switched over to sub-Q whenever they figured out that they were having a lot of health problems with intramuscular. Other states may not have that difficulty. Other people may not have that difficulty, but maybe some people do, maybe some people don't. So if you are having bruising, if you are having health issues with your IM injections, just talk to your doctor about switching to sub-Q. You don't have to. Just if you are on IM injections and you are noticing that you are having bruising, health problems, depression, just there's a whole lot of health problems stacking up and you don't have any explanation for it, and your regular PCP and your general practitioner are just kind of clueless, just I wouldn't say necessarily talk to me, but there may be some correlation between your IM injections and your health condition, your health, your health overall. I'm not saying that I know everything about it, because I do not know everything about this today, and I'm definitely going to do a lot of research about it because I know squat. I was supposed to connect like that. I know squat about injections, and I want to know more about injections, definitely, and I don't even have a container to put most of my stuff in, so like, hey, I could put them in here. It's gonna fill up fucking fast, but I can put them in there. But I, yeah, legit, like, don't follow what I do. But I just wanted to give you all this update. I'm actually considering shaving because, I don't know how I feel about my facial hair. Like, I like it, but I don't like it. Like, it's complicated. Like, I never wanted facial hair, but I only wanted it to pass. And I know as soon as I shave, it's gonna grow in just as thick and as coarse and dark as my head hair. So it's kind of complicated. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you all this kind of like update about shots, IM versus sub-Q, and just talk to you all about that. I had my shot day today, and it went smoothly. I did it in less than like 10 minutes in the doctor's office waiting for my ortho doctor, and I thought it was going to take around 30 minutes because that was like the first two of them was 30 minutes, but I did it in less than 10 minutes, and I was like super psyched. So yeah, just wanted to let you all know about it and say I miss you all and I love you all, and if you all are interested in watching me shave or watching me actively, like, because I think I'm gonna leave my sideburns and just like shave my cheeks, and I'm not gonna shave under here because there's already so many bumps, but just shave like my lips and my chin and my cheeks, and just go from there. If you're interested in watching, let me know. If you're not, I don't really give a care. I just don't want to shave it all, and then like there's already been like 4 people asking me to do a shaving video, and I just don't want to do a shaving video and then I don't want to shave and then have people be like, oh my god, you shaved and you didn't record it, oh my god. So crybabies. So I'm just kidding. So if that's the thing that you all would like me to share with you all, just let me know. I like sharing my life with you all. Well, not everything, but yeah, that was my day today, and my shots are always painless. Like, I don't feel anything, and I don't have a needle phobia like whatsoever, so it's never like horrible for me. And the people at the trans clinic are super amazing and literally walk me through everything. So if I have any questions, they literally sit down with me and talk me through all of my demons and my concerns. So they are super awesome, and I have specifically, they know that I made the video with them in the background. I actually did not ask permission, and I totally forgot about that before I made the video. That was completely my bad. And then but they were not mad, thankfully, and I'm very grateful that they were not mad, because that would have been bad. I am one of those people that does things before thinking about them, and that was a very bad combo. But thankfully, they are very cool, both of them, and they are very down with the sickness, and I just am very thankful for both of them. So, if you have any questions or comments, or just all around, just a way that I can improve my language, just let me know. Alright, peace, love.